Listen, this is not some corporate-owned operation. It's family-owned and operated by some real nice people. Unique? Oh, you bet. Golden Bear Cottages features 28 one-of-a-kind cabins on a 5-acre historic site. Great for families, couples, and groups. And cabins are available with 1 to 7 bedrooms. Golden Bear Cottages is just a stone's throw from Big Bear Lake and super close to 3 great ski areas. Now, I could go on all day about Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear, but to see everything, just go to goldenbear.net. Again, goldenbear.net. Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear. Clean, comfortable, and affordable. Check them out. goldenbear.net.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Dave Mers. This afternoon, sunny skies, 57. For your evening freeze watch, that'd be on midnight. The low will drop off in the morning here to 36. By tomorrow, some sun back on Sunday, the high 62. By Monday, it's sunshine. Last day of November, the high Monday back up to the middle 60s. That's your weather forecast for this hour from the station that leaves no listener behind. NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
InfoTrack is the weekly show with information you should know. Hi, everybody. This is Chris Whitting, inviting you to join me each week for InfoTrack.
Sundays at 6 a.m.
Right here on CNBC KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Bob Vila here with my home improvement tip of the day. How much snow on the roof is too much? That depends a lot on the way your roof was constructed. Steep and smooth roofs tend to shed snow easily, while roofs that are only slightly pitched or flat tend to collect big drifts. Another important factor is the weight of the snow. Removing a heavy snow load can be tricky. If you have a multi-story house, you'd best not be climbing up and down icy cold ladders to dizzying heights. Better to leave that to licensed, insured pros who have the right equipment to get the job done right. On the other hand, if you have a single-story home, you can use a long, telescoping snow rake to pull snow off the roof. One caution, though, rakes that come into contact with shingles can do a lot of damage, so look for sturdy models with small rollers that keep the edge of the rake away from the shingles. Finally, before you start pulling snow off the roof, put some thought into where the snow is going to land. You don't want to damage your plants. Get more info at bobvila.com and right here at home with me, Bob Vila.
E-Digits. Lock them in for more information, recreation, and guaranteed fun. KCAA.
You just entered the Gotcha Zone. Eilon up to the start line and get ready to race with your host, Joe Britt. It's time for Gotcha Racing, live on KCAA 1050.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines and get ready for an action-packed, fun-filled hour of everything a motorhead ever loved or lived. Gotcha Racing with Joe Britt. Welcome to Gotcha Racing. This is Joe Britt.
Hey there, race fans. Welcome to our latest version of Gotcha Racing Live here in the great city of San Bernardino. Coming live, strong, and well from the station that leaves no one behind, which is KCAA Talk Radio. We're on 106.5, and we're also on 1050 AM. We're the big dogs with the big stick right now. But let me start my show off like I always do, and by saying this. I come to you a humble man that is a reflection of God's grace and greatness, a humble man that is standing on shoulders of ancestors. Hello, America. Look alive, California. Wake up, San Bernardino. Stand to be counted, Inland Empire. This is your host, Joe Britt, coming to you loud and strong from the desert to the sea, broadcasting, as I said, on the powerful KCAA Talk Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5. We're servicing the IE with pleasure. Yes, we are. And with the big stick. Today's weather has been great. It's been a little on the cool side. You know, we've had a constant blow of wind. I don't know if you could say it's Santa Ana's or not, but it has blown all the smog away, and you can see for miles and miles and miles and miles. But nevertheless, that's how we roll here. It's kind of cool in Southern California, but hey, it's a blessing to be here in Southern California. We could be elsewhere, but we chose to be here. let me say this. You know what? It is an absolute blessing to be in Southern California. I know that's just said that, but you have to understand, man, we are not bombarded with snow. Okay, it might be a little cold. It's about 68 or so, 68 degrees. Could be a little colder, a little cooler. You know, we have to put our little hats on and our gloves on. But nevertheless, that's how we roll in California. For those of you guys that are on the East Coast, we wish you well, man. You know, come here, drop your money, and go back home. But nevertheless, a little house cleaning is in order here. You know, for you guys that are would like to call in and just listen to the show and listen to me rant and rave and the great interviews that we have, that number is 832-999-1050. 832-999-1050. You want to call into the studio, that number is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. For you local callers who want to call and give us a piece of your mind. No, not really, but just to call in and just say, hey, Joe, how you doing? And tell me what's going out there in the IE. That number is 909-888-5222 or 5224. You know, we've had a great success broadcasting on KCAA radio. And for those of you that want to see or want to hear previous shows, just go to our podcast. Go to kcaaradio.com and go to the Saturdays lineup, and you'll see me with my Ray-Ban glasses on, looking debonair, and go to the Saturday schedule and go from there. Pick and choose. Now, we're also on BritArchive.com. Go there and do the same. You can find us on Facebook under Gotcha Racing TV or Gotcha Racing. All right, and you can find us under Joe Britt on Facebook. And if you want to email me and just let me know what's going on, that would be jbritt, BRITT, .kcaa @gmail.com. For you Gotcha Racing TV fans, that's the media side of our business, meaning that's the production and video side of our business. It would be grtv.media@gmail.com. GRTV stands for Gotcha Racing TV, and it's a period, and media@gmail.com. You know, we've got a good lineup today, actually. We're going to just kind of cruise through the holiday weekend, you know. Yesterday was Thanksgiving Day, and I'm hoping all the listeners out there had a great day yesterday, was able to spend that day with your family, because at the end of the day, folks, family is all that matters. Nothing else, really. When it's all said and done, you look around you, and you have your family with you. That's important. It's more important than money. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, yes. And money can buy you happiness, but your family will stick with you thick and thin. That's if you have a a good family, you know. But as an American, we do our Thanksgiving this time of year, and that's pretty much when. Now, most of you guys know the history of Thanksgiving, right? It's just not the turkey and whatnot just thrown on the table. That was, if you can remember, the Native Americans here, they were here long before Christopher sailed with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria to the shorelines. We were here. Because I have I have a little Choctaw Indian in my family. But nevertheless, when the settlers came and to conquer something that wasn't theirs, they were starving to death. They could not produce anything from the land. Couldn't. So the Indians were sitting back and they're watching them and dying out. So here we go. The Native Americans stepped up and I said, guess what? We'll help you. We'll learn you. We'll teach you how to cultivate the land, and we will teach you how to survive. And that they did. So Thanksgiving was just a process of giving thanks, you know. It's a big feast. When they pulled everything together, it was a big feast. So one guy said, well, it's almost like the homeless today, right? We feed the homeless today, right? It's almost kind of, sort of, you know, giving thanks and feeding and helping your fellow man. And also it's a good day for your families to get together and just have a good time and enjoy each other. But for you that have made it through, and the knuckleheads out there that are driving while drunk, shame on you, man. This is not the season for that. But anyway, let me get off of that because I feel very strongly about the DUIs out there. I really do. It's no need to do that. But nevertheless, we are here. Thanksgiving was yesterday, and I had my families over. And my family, it's like a rainbow, dude. I mean, you got, you got the Black, you got the Latinos, you got everything that comes through my family. Because this is what I believe, guys. Listen, there's only one race of people on this planet, on this blue dot of ours, okay? And we're all humans. I won't say that again. One race, all humans. Now, there's a little school here. Listen, there's a lot of ethnicities, meaning that you got your whites, you got your blacks, you got your yellows, you got your whatever. And there's a lot of different cultures in America, okay? And on this planet, because we're not the center of the universe, so there's only humans on this planet. Now, if you come to me and you say, Joe, you know what? I'm not part of the human race. I would say, no kidding. Prove it. Well, all my family has 12 toes and 12 fingers. No kidding. The whole lineage, the whole line from back as far as I can remember, we all had 12 and 12. No kidding. What color is your blood? Well, it's not red. It's yellow. No kidding. The whole line is like that. Yeah, well, then I will qualify you as an alien, not from this planet, okay? Okay. You would be exempt from being part of the human race. But for the rest of us here, different shades of black, different shades of white, different shades of yellow. Look, man, we're all part of the human DNA. Is it an experiment? Nevertheless, we're here, okay? So, someone said something like, dude, I am your brother's keeper. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I will look out for you, and I want you to look out for me, And that's the way it's got to be played out. All this fighting and whatnot is completely hogwash, man. It's just a way of separating the rich from the poor, The middle class, getting rid of the middle class so we can just have the rich and the poor. But anyway, let me get off of that. We have a great lineup today, a great lineup. Later on in the show, I have a young lady that I think you're going to like. I'm going to spice up the show a little bit because it's a holiday weekend, man. We can let her hair down a little bit. And, we got some great interviews coming in. And I got my guys calling in, both of them, the Road Warrior and also the Ace Mechanic will be calling in. And then we'll chat. Now, if you guys want to call and talk to them, and you got some great questions or even got some dumb questions, the line, that number is 888, let me backtrack, 909-888-5222. Okay? 888-909-1050. Say it again. 888-909-1050 or 909-888-5222. Call in. You're welcome to call in and just talk to me. Now, at the end of the show, about 15 minutes before the show ends, I have Jessica. Jessica will come on and she's going to sing. Folks, she has an opera voice. An opera voice. We got a little class to the show today. Just because it's holiday weekend, we got a little class to it. And I think you're going to like her. I really do think you're going to like her. So hold on to your horses and let's get ready to rock and roll. So first up today would be, something? Joe, let's play, let's put on Celine. Yeah. Now, folks, what this is Mr. Celine, the guy who's built all those fantastic Mustangs that's been around for a long time. This is an interview I caught with him. So let's put that on first, Joe. Let's rock and roll.
Folks, I have in front of me the man of the hour. I call him the man of the hour, but this is the man who owns it all. This is Mr. Steve Celine. Now, as you know earlier, I did a lot of interviews on the outside of the headquarters here with a lot of the pony guys. Now, I own a pony also, so when it comes to the enthusiasts on the pony side, I'm right there. So now we are inside his manufacturing facilities. Mr. Celine, how are you?
I'm great. This is a great day for us and couldn't ask for really a better day and a better crowd.
Now, this is your 19th year?
Well, it's our 19th year holding our annual car show, but we've been doing this for over 30 years.
Well, that's what I mean, the car show. Because I know you've been around for a long time, since 73, right?
Yeah, I started when I was 2 years old, so that's why we've been around.
So you're saying you're staying young, right?
Yes, at least young at heart.
Got to find out what you're eating because you haven't changed, man. You haven't changed. All right, so tell me the process of your cars here. Now, I see some that are on, that are up in the air. So when they come to you, they come stock?
Yeah, we take, we have our own code numbers in the OEM systems, like the Ford system. So the car will be built in Detroit area and then shipped directly to us. And we take then a perfectly good car and completely strip it apart and tear it apart, and it goes through a metamorphosis that we turn it into a Saleen vehicle.
Now that twin screw, is that your design or is that from Detroit?
Well, it's we've done all types of supercharging, and I think you're referring to the supercharger.
That's correct.
We started back in the 80s with a centrifugal, and then we graduated to what is called a Roots, and then in the early 2001, we graduated to a new technology called twin screw, which is basically a male and female augers that while they blow the air into the engine, they also compress it. And by doing that, you get a more potent charge, a more compact charge in the cylinder head, which gives you more power, more torque, and is easier on the engine.
Hold on a minute. You're supposed to be a race car driver, okay, and a businessman, but it sounds like you're more of a scientist. I mean, come on now.
Well, I think if you've been racing for as long as I have, you by osmosis, I think, learn quite a bit about the automotive engineering and the demand, and especially how it relates to high-performance cars.
Now, outside of your building, right below the entrance, it says there is a white 302 15, okay? And this guy is happier than all get out. He hasn't even driven it yet. He says, I just picked it up today. So he can't wait to get on it.
Yes, we at the show here, we delivered a brand new Saleen Mustang to a customer that's been waiting a number of months. And today was his first day to see the car completed, ready to go. He did drive it. We did let him drive it down half the block and come back, so at least he had a little bit of time in it. And then we said, well, you need to show it off to everyone, so we've done that. So he's probably the most anxious to have the show get over with so he can drive it home.
I tell you, he's completely jazzed. So he probably forgot that part that he drove it, but he's completely jazzed out there. So he can't wait. He said something about an interview coming out there or something with him. I don't know that.
It's only 715 horsepower.
Only?
Only 715.
No kidding. No. I would be scared to possess a powerful automobile like that on the streets, man.
Well, he'll have no trouble getting home quickly.
Okay, folks, that was me in the mic. I forgot to turn it on. That was Mr. Saleen and I. And I tell you, he does fantastic cars over there at the facilities. And so anyway, we're going to continue. We're going to have I should have my guys calling in. And for you out there in listening land, hey, call us up. 909-888-5222 or 909-888-5224. Call me and hey, let's talk, man. Let's actually talk. You know what, Joe? Let's put a commercial in there, pay some of these bills real quick, and then we'll return just as soon as we can. Okay, folks, this is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live on Kcaa Radio, 1050 and 106.5 FM. Be right back.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7 day a week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841.
KCAA, where every day is a great day. KCAA, Loma Linda.
Sie hören jetzt Kcaa Racing live mit ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه Kcaa Racing هستی با صدای جو بریت.
You're listening to Kcaa Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
And that's right, guys. We've just gone international, okay? From the desert to the sea, wrapped around this blue dot of ours. You're listening to Joe Britt, and you come to the right station at the right time. Listen to Kcaa Racing Live. We got a heck of a segment for you. My guests just come in, so I am really jazzed. I am really pumped up. So let's get this rock and roll. Oh, by the way, I got my caller, Chris, the Road Warriors, on the line. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, Joe, how you doing today?
Man, I'm pumped up, dude. I am so pumped up, I don't know what to do with myself, man. How you been?
Doing good. Doing good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. You know what? Last week I was under the weather, dude. I could barely walk, but nevertheless, we're here in the flesh, man. And I got you on the line. So what you got cooking today, man?
Hey, very good. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're back and feeling good. That's always a good thing, too. So, today I wanted to touch base on this cold weather that we're getting and, doing some winterizing of both our motorcycle as well as ourselves. I know not everybody has the opportunity to ride in the winter like we do here in California, and sometimes the snow and other adverse weather conditions will keep the wheels kind of ground down in the garage or wherever, shelter seeks. So for those guys who aren't able to ride in the winter months and actually store their bikes or put them away, and if you've ever had ran the problems of you get your bike out to ride it, in the next riding season, and you've got all kinds of issues that you got to deal with sometimes and problems. So I'm see if I can't help them resolve some of those ahead of time. One of which is, if you're going to have your bike stored for any length of time, and when I say a length of time, I'm talking about a couple of months or more, 6 to 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks. Your best bet is to, first you want to get a fuel stabilizer if you've got gas still in your tanks. If you're not in a position to drain your tank or whatnot, you want to get a good fuel stabilizer and put it into your tank. What this does is it keeps your gasoline from breaking down, and it ends up turning into a sludge, almost like a varnish consistency in the bottom of your tank. And that will get throughout your fuel system, and that's not good. That's going to gunk up everything, and then you have to strip out your carburation. You're going to have to take out your injectors and clean them out, and that's costly money-wise and time. We want to be able to get out there and be on the bike.
Hey, Chris, Chris, hold on a minute. When you say that's the guys that are like in the Midwest where it snows and you can't get out for about a couple of months or so, for about 3 or 4 months. In Southern California, heck, we ride our bikes all the time, man.
Right, yeah. We tend to be able to get year-round riding. Yeah, this is for the people that live in the snow climates, and not even necessarily out of state. I mean, if you're up north or just, here in our mountains and whatnot, when you tend to store your bike, these are some steps that you might want to take. If you do put a fuel stabilizer in, if you don't drain the tank, run the bike for a little bit also. Get that stabilizer throughout the fuel system as a whole, into the injectors, carburation, and whatnot. Because if you don't, if you just put it in the tank and swish it around and leave it at that, then that fuel that's still in the fuel lines and in the injection system and whatnot, that's still going to gunk up on you. So you want to go ahead and run it for a little bit, get that cycled through the fuel system for a few minutes. That will help. Second of all, if get a good trickle charge system that's designed for motorcycles. Don't use a car charging system or a car trickle system. Use one that's designed for motorcycle batteries, and put it on. Most of them, they have I call them battery tenders or whatnot, or trickle chargers. You want to connect them up, and you can leave them on. Disconnect. Follow the directions. Usually, they have you disconnect, I think, either the ground and or the power, and it's right there in the bike. Don't take it out of the bike. Hook these things up, plug it in, and it will maintain a charge on your motorcycle. If not, I'll guarantee you, within a couple of months, especially on the newer bikes that have a clock running on them or whatnot, you're going to come out and the battery's going to be absolutely dead. So you'll also want to get a nice charger, a trickle system. You get a decent one, I think, for about $30, and hook that up, and then the battery will stay on top as well.
So here's a question for you. Here's $1 million question for you, Chris,
sure.
the road warrior. Listen, so in the rainy season, the winter months, the rainy season, is it smart to change your tire for the weather conditions if there's rainy? You can probably run the existing tire that you have. If because for the most part, tires are designed to channel water, even standing water, puddles of water, whatever, on the road. We're not allowed to ride like a slick, like you might see on a race bike, which, believe it or not, sticks better on a racetrack. But on our surface of our streets and whatnot, and I think we covered this a few shows back. We have the grooves and the channeling on our tires to get the water away from it. But what you do have to do is understand the fact that when you're riding in the wetness, traction is minimal, and even on the edges. I don't care what kind of tire you have. You get on the edge of your tire in the turns, you have less surface area and greater centrifugal forces in the turn, and you're going to slip and slide. So you need to slow down, make your turns probably a little more upright than you normally would, not so much lean, and just be very much aware of the surface around you. You really have to slow down and take your time and be careful. Going across things like railroad tracks that are really slick, the white lines, the crosswalk lines. If you're making a turn from a left-hand turn, right-hand turn, those lines are going to be really slick. So you have to just really pay attention and really be in touch with your motorcycle, which is something I'll cover here in a few minutes as well. But that's a good question. So the tires that you're running now are probably designed well enough for running in wet weather, but you just have to slow down and be very, very aware of the entire situation around you. Give yourself extra time. Don't run as fast. Another thing I want to say about winterizing the bike, if you are able to, if you have, a bike lift, and you can put your motorcycle up in the air, or at least put it on the center stand and get the front wheel off the ground, and you're sitting for a long length of time, the tire will develop a flattened spot. Mm-hmm. So when you first take it out and start riding it, that front wheel is going to be thumping away, and it's going to decrease your control right away on the motorcycle. The back wheel will be doing the same, but not to the same degree, because a little more of the weight's on the back. It'll warm up and round out faster. So if you can get that front wheel off the ground at least, both wheels, if you can, is optimal. But if you can get on the center stand and get that front wheel off the ground, if you can't, at least try to get out every couple of weeks and roll your bike around a little bit, or roll that wheel around and change its position so that doesn't occur. Well, that's easier said than done with the smaller bikes, but I know you got that big tank of a bike in your garage, and it's and try putting that rascal up on some kind of a lift You know, you probably could. It probably cost you arm and leg in order to put that big beast up. That's like lifting a motorhome up.
I do have a lift for my bikes, so I can get them up in the air when I'm doing work on them and whatnot. But everybody does. So I do have a center stand. I'll put it on the center stand, and because if it's a front wheel off, then all I got to do is just kind of pitch it a little bit forward to rotate the back wheel every few weeks, and that keeps everything balanced out on the tires, and I don't have to deal with that problem come the.
All right, but you know something, Chris, you always have great things to tell the motorcycle enthusiasts out there not only in the IE, but the rest of this planet. You know, because we're streaming in 174 countries, so that voice of yours is going out to a lot of folks, and I know they all appreciate it. Like I do, every other Wednesday, every other Saturday when you do call, you have a lot of great information.
Well, good. I'm glad we're getting out there, and hopefully a lot of times this is stuff that we can apply right away, and get out there, and make for a better ride and less hassle and a lot safer.
Good enough, man. I really really appreciate your calling, and you have a safe travels, and I will see you soon.
Sounds good, my friend. Thank you very much.
Okay, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Enjoy the ride. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. That's Chris, the Road Warrior, calling in. Okay, Joe?
Sie hören jetzt Kcaa Racing live mit Ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه Kcaa Racing هستی با صدای جو برید.
You're listening to Kcaa Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
Baby, yeah. And that's my buddy Larry the Entertainer. That guy, boy, I tell you, he's very, very talented. Very talented. Okay, looks like I got Raul, our master mechanic, on the line. Buddy, how you doing? Oh,
hey, yo, how you doing?
Hey, Raul, a little music for you, man.
Oh, Julian, now trying to burn the turkey.
Buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What about yourself?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. How was your day yesterday? Your turkey day?
It was good. It was good that we ate a lot, kind of like a little bit of turkey, carnitas, and tamales, and a lot of things going on.
And you didn't give me a call. You didn't say, Joe, come eat some tamales. You didn't, Joe, come get. You did nothing. I didn't hear from you yesterday, man. But that's okay. That's okay. I know somewhere inside of you got some love for me somewhere. But nevertheless, let's continue, man. How you been?
Yeah, very nice. I cannot complain. Everything is going well. Almost the year is over, and we're still fine. We're still healthy. That's all what we care.
Wait, well, look, Raul. You say you can't complain. Nobody wants to listen to you complain anyway. So you just might as well keep your mouth shut and keep going, right? Buddy, what do you got today for us, man?
I have a really good subject. We could actually talk for hours, but
we can't. We're limited on time.
To make it as brief as possible.
Okay, go ahead.
O2 sensors.
O2 sensors?
Oxygen sensors.
Okay, good. What you got?
Yeah, oxygen sensors are very important for vehicles nowadays. They actually are on charge of telling the computer in your vehicle how much oxygen is in the exhaust manifold, and by knowing the computer this, the computer actually knows what's missing. If it is too much air, the computer adds more fuel. If it is too much fuel, the computer will actually reduce the fuel consumption. O2 sensors have been changed through the years, as we know. We started with the one wire, and it went to two wires. Now we have with 4 wires. They're still the same idea. Just reading the oxygen on the vehicle, and the way that it does it is they work. There's a couple of designs out there, but usually the more common one are the ones that work anywhere from 0 to 1,000 millivolts. 0 being a lean condition, and 1,000 millivolts being the rigid. When the computer sees this voltage, it makes the adjustment. Now, the O2 sensors, there's a couple of designs out there, but the most common one is the one big old nut. It's usually 22 millimeters, and they're usually hard to get to them, said if you can get to them, they're not really hard to replace them unless they're really rusted and corroded. Now, the best way, in my own personal opinion, the way that I like to replace them is when they go bad, is just wait until the exhaust manifold is completely cold. Now, when it's cold, you start turning the auto sensor out, being slow and careful. Now, if you notice that thing is not coming out, don't panic. Just go slow. You go like, let's say 1/8, 1/4 of a turn to loosen this auto sensor, and then you tighten it. Then you loose, and then you tighten it. You loose, and then you tighten it. That's the way that they come out. Now, if you got them out, and by the time you got it out, the threads on the exhaust manifold or the muffler are threaded or damaged, don't panic. There's a little tool it's called thread chaser. Usually runs like about $10, and you can repair those threads and put a new auto sensor. When you put a new one, don't forget to put the anti-seize. Usually comes with it, but if it doesn't, put some anti-seize so it won't happen the same thing again when you have to replace it again. Okay. It's always good to replace the auto sensors on a regular basis after a few thousand miles. It is very important for the auto sensors to give the computer an accurate reading so the computer can do its job. Now, what damages the auto sensors? The most common one is, I would say, that silicone. Sometimes when you trying to steal something in the intake manifold or oil leaks, you put a lot of silicone. If you don't wait for the silicone to dry or cure completely, and then you start the car, all those uncured fumes can go back to the cylinder, to the chamber, get burned inside, and then go to the exhaust manifold. And when they pass through the auto sensor, they might damage the auto sensor. The other one, it is coolant. It is very common when you have some like a blown head gasket or something like that, and you've been driving the car and there's a lot of coolant going through the exhaust manifold, might damage the auto sensors as well. So if you cut up a head gasket, the more likely you're going to have to replace your auto sensors as well. Auto sensors are something very, very exciting that I see every now and then. But
tell me this:
they're usually not expensive. They can run anywhere from $60, $70 to $300, $400, depending on the vehicle.
All right, Raul. Does it matter what type of sensor, O2 meter, cost-wise? I mean, I've seen some on Amazon that are like $30, okay? And then you go to some of the brand stores, and they got them for $149 up to $200-something, okay? And these are readers for the O2, ODB2 sensor readers. Cost-wise, will the cheapest work?
It depends from car to car. The ones that you're talking about are called universal. They usually come with 4 wires. They don't come with the connectors. So what you do is you just cut the wires from the original one, and you use the original connector. In some older cars, yes, it will work, but the more chances is that in newer vehicles, you will need the original one, especially very newer vehicles, because some of the older vehicles, you just replace the auto sensor and there's no problem about it. There's some newer cars, I'm not too sure what year, maybe 2010, 2010 or newer, maybe 2006. I have seen some 2006. When you replace the auto sensor, you have to relearn. In other words, reprogram the computer. So just replacing the auto sensor doesn't solve your issue. It's just part of it. You have to reprogram the computer, or in other words, relearn the auto sensor system in your vehicle. There are some different brands recommended for different type of vehicles. I don't know if I can call some brand names from the radio.
No.
You have like in stop me if I have to.
Nobody gets a free plug. Nobody gets a free plug. Okay.
For Asian, you get an Asian brand. For European vehicles, you get an European brand, and for American, you get most of the time like American name. You know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that it works.
Okay.
But some vehicles you can use the cheapy ones, but and the newer ones, no. You have to stay with it. If you own a expensive car, you're gonna have to pay $400 for your auto sensor. Don't be cheap on that one.
I'm counting my nickels and pennies, man. Look, dude, I really appreciate your calling. We're stressed for time right now because I got a fabulous person. I need you to stay on the line, dude. I mean, well, not stay on the line, but listen to my next segment. I got a great host. Not host. I'm the host here, but I have a person that's gonna knock your socks off. All right. So just
okay.
No, I'm not
That's
kidding.
good.
I am not
I'm
kidding.
kind of excited now.
I'm not kidding you. And she's here and she's waiting to get in her seat and do her performance, and that's gonna be great. So, hey, Raul, thank you very much for the information that you give our auto enthusiasts out there. And sooner or later, we're going to stomp you with the questions. We're going to start that back up again and see if we can really stomp you this time. Because so far, we haven't been able to stomp you with the questions from the community. You seem to have answered all of them. You always pull that rabbit out of the hat at the last minute. So I appreciate your knowledge, man, and I appreciate you and your family. Dude, thank you very much, and stay on the line and listen to this.
Thank you. Take care, man.
Okay, buddy. Take care. Joe, take us to a commercial break, please. Folks, we'll be right back with my guests. Go ahead and take us in there. Come on, just do what you have to do, man.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7-day-a-week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841.
Sie hören jetzt Kcaa Racing live mit Ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه گاچن ریسینگ هستی با صدای جو برید.
You're listening to Kcaa Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, folks, we're back, and I am in the driver's seat, of course. This is Joe Britt, your host with Kcaa Racing Live on a great Saturday afternoon. And I have my guest of honor, sitting right next to me. A young lady that can really, she got chops. When I say she got chops, she got chops. You know. So let's interview her. Jessica Valerio Garcia. How are you, young lady?
Hi, good.
Give me a shake. You know what? Okay.
Sorry.
That's
Good
okay.
yourself.
It's okay.
Hello.
It's all Joe's fault anyway. Joe Pagano's fault. It's all Joe Pagano's fault. But anyway, you okay?
Yes. Nervous, but I'm fine.
Girl, please. We don't bite here. Everything is okay. I guarantee you it's going to be just fine because you have that voice that everybody wants to hear. And I know you do. But nevertheless, first of all, let me tell you this. On behalf of the Democratic Party of Rialto, the Who Awards, you didn't get this because we had you
on stage the other night, and I looked around. You were gone. I'm calling your name to come get this this fabulous plaque from the Democratic Club. See, folks, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? And this is for this lady right here because she put on one heck of a performance. So, on behalf of the Democratic Club in Rialto, young lady, this belongs to you.
Thank you so much.
The pleasure of ours. Pleasure is ours. Okay. Now, tell me about yourself.
I was born in San Bernardino, California. I've grown up in my all my life in Rialto, California for at least 18 years. I started getting into music in high school, and in college is when I started going into opera. And I auditioned for the competition where you were a judge, and
and that's where I saw you.
Yes.
And that's why I saw her. She blew me away, people. She blew me away. And the judges, let me tell you something. The judges were blown away, but they didn't know what category to put you in. They were saying, I don't know, because opera in San Bernardino. I said, yes, a little class to this place will brighten this place up. And what happened? And then you won.
You have to risk, and you have to be willing to at least give it that one shot, because that's the same mindset I had before. I'm like, it's opera, opera in San Bernardino, it's not something you hear often, and it was a blessing that at the end I was one of the winners.
That's right, because when it came out, when the crowd heard you blow, they were like, wow, where'd she come from? Where did she come from? And I said, hey, she's from Rialto. She's a homegrown person, homegrown from the city of Rialto and San Bernardino County. And this is what we produce right here. We produce talent right here. So we're blown away. So when you got that, I already knew you were going to get it. I knew, but I'm just a judge. I got to be like impartial and whatnot. But girl, you got it. You got it going on. So what's your age?
I'm 23 years old.
Really?
I'm a Christmas Eve baby. My birthday's on December 24th.
Oh, you're coming up, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, good for you. And how long have you been singing opera?
Specifically opera for almost 5 years.
Really?
Yes.
Really? What kind of formal training have you had?
My vocal professor, Maddie Scully at San Bernardino Valley College, she introduced me to a small opera named Among the Night Visitors. And from there, hearing everybody around me just motivated me to say in my head, what, I want to sound like that. And I made it my goal. And, it's taken me places now. Like, I've had the privilege to perform, small shows at the school. Obviously, your show and everything. And a couple of shows coming up, too, for Christmas. And I'm just happy. I thank God for everything that's happened so far.
Well, you know what? When we had that show the other night for the Who Awards, talk has it that people, they want to use you.
Oh, yes. On the bathroom right away, they were coming up to asking me for my number.
That's right. And if you can remember, I said, you don't know where this is going to take you.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
And I'm hoping and I'm pushing that it takes you all the way to the top. Mm-hmm. All the way to the top. Because with that voice, I know you can cut a CD with no problemo and put those Italians to shame. That's what it's all about.
San Bernardino.
That's right. Folks, you know what? I know this is Gotcha Racing Live, and we talk about cars and tires and wheels and models, and you hear all the interviews from the racers that we have in the industry. But this is the holiday weekend, and I'm going to throw this class at you, give you a little bit of class for today. So you guys out there that are in your garage, don't turn, because you don't know what you will be missing, and something. How many songs you got?
I brought a couple of songs that I did, but
you feel comfortable in singing at least two?
If you'd like.
Yeah. You know something, folks, now, you can see this young lady if you go to your computers and you type in the website, which is kcaaradio.com, and we should pop up on that first page, which is a home page, and you can see her as she performs, and you will have her stand up and let her do her thing and let her belt out the soul that she has inside of her, and I know you're not scared. You can't be scared now, can you? I told you we don't bite here. We don't bite, and I want to make you feel as comfortable as I possibly can, because we love you. I love you, and I love you, and I love that voice.
Thank
right?
you so much.
So, without further ado, Joe, is she? You got her all potted up? You ready to do your thing? Okay. All right. Let me get out of the way because I know you don't want to see me here. And here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, across the planet, our blue dot, I'm introducing you for the first time on KCAA radio, a young lady that has a fantastic voice. Her name is Jessica Valerio Garcia. And I tell you, you're going to enjoy what...
Yes, that's going to be number 1 and number 2.
You're going to enjoy it. So here we go. I'll just get out of the way and let her do her thing. Young lady, you have the floor. I told you, folks. That's Jessica Valero Garcia. Didn't I tell you? I told you she had a heck of a voice. You know, and I wish I had more time to let her blow those chops some more. But I told you, we got a celebrity in the house, and here she stands. Was that a great voice? It's the voice of an angel. A voice of a living angel right here on Gotcha Racing Live. Doing a little different today, you know, but I thought I had to bring this class to you. And I believe we just conquered grounds. How you feel?
I feel better.
Butterflies are gone?
Yes.
Okay. And so what's next for you?
The song?
No.
Song?
Because we have no more time for you
to
sing.
Oh, no, sorry.
No. So what's next for you in your career?
Right now, I'm pursuing music therapy as my my major in college, and I plan to hopefully start off with kids. Music therapy is basically psychology with music, and I hope to accomplish little by little to like be something big, not just for myself, but for the community, for our state, for everybody. I want to help, and right now, I'm just taking the chances that I can and trying to move forward with life the best way I can.
Well, you know what, and I think you're on your way to making a mark for here in this community. People love your voice, and whatever I can do, hear me out. Whatever I can do, I got a lot of resources. It might not be filthy rich, but I got a lot of resources. So whatever I can do to help push you along, you got my digits. Call me up and see what I can do to arrange whatever you need. Okay, that's a promise from me to you. Okay, folks.
You so much.
Pleasure's mine, young lady.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe Britt, we are out, and my producer. I guess we're gone. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Have a good show. Not a good show, but have a good rest of the week. And we shall see you soon here on Gotcha Racing Live with your host, Joe Britt, on the powerful Kcaa radio from 106.5 and 106.5 FM and 1050 AM. We are now the big dogs carrying the big stick in the IE. Folks, have a great day. See you next week. Same bat time, 4 o'clock. Same bat station, and we're out of here. Thank you.
This is 1050 AM KCAA Loma Linda and 106.5 FM Yucaipa.
Every day, thousands of people head off to work and do amazing things that make the Inland Empire, even California, better, safer, stronger, and smarter. Welcome to My Awesome Empire, where we celebrate the great business, community, and kid heroes of this region. Today we introduce you to 3 gentlemen who are making a difference. At the age of 17, Bruce Norris was already married. He was living off food stamps, and he was finding it impossible to keep a steady job. Today, he's the Inland Empire multi-millionaire who has helped many locals also make or save millions. He explains how later in our show. Then 12-year-old Tyrone of Moreno Valley has already begun his career as a television actor and model. But first, we meet Brian Boyer. He's a former president of Northrop Aircraft International and a former director of Hawaiian Airlines. But today, as director